Have you ever caught yourself thinking, when everything finally calms down, then I'll be able to breathe easy? When this difficult project ends, when the family issue is resolved, when that long-awaited vacation comes. But what if this endless waiting is actually the biggest trap in our lives? What if true peace doesn't come after the storm, but is born right in the middle of it? Even in those moments when anxiety squeezes your chest and fears keep you up at night. This video isn't about empty mantras or complicated philosophy. It's about reality. About how simple, time-tested principles can free you from fear, sadness, and the constant internal noise. We won't talk about esotericism, only about what really works and is available to each of us right now. You'll learn how to switch your mind from survival mode to conscious living. And if you stay with us until the end, you'll receive the main key that has changed thousands of lives and can change yours, too. So stay with us, and let's begin this journey within. The first, and perhaps the most important, step towards peace is returning to the present moment. Most of the time, we don't really live, we exist in illusions. Our mind is either chewing over old grudges and mistakes from the past or anxiously looking into the future, trying to predict every possible problem. But the truth is, the past can't be changed, and the future hasn't arrived yet. The only thing we have is now. In this very second, in this breath, true life and true peace are hidden. Accepting the present moment doesn't mean giving up or resigning. On the contrary, it's an act of incredible strength. It means facing reality head-on, whatever it may be, without resistance or fear. When you stop fighting what is, a huge amount of tension disappears. It's like a deep exhale after holding your breath for too long. Start small. When you drink your morning coffee, don't think about the day ahead. Just drink your coffee. Feel its aroma, the warmth of the cup in your hands, its taste. When you wash your hands, feel the water, the soap, the movement. These simple actions bring you back from the labyrinth of thoughts to the reality of your body. And in reality, there's no room for phantom fears. The second principle follows from the first: you are not your thoughts. Our mind is like a radio station broadcasting 24/7 without our permission. On air, doubts, fears, anxieties, criticism, regrets. And the biggest mistake we make is believing that the voice of this radio is us. But thoughts aren't facts. They're just mental events that come and go, like clouds in the sky. Here's a powerful practice: imagine your consciousness as an endless blue sky. And your thoughts, fears, and worries are clouds drifting across it. You are not the cloud, you are the sky. You observe the thought, "I can't handle this," you see it, but you don't cling to it. You let it drift by. It's not yours, it just exists. As soon as you create this distance, the thought loses its hypnotic power over you. You stop being a participant in the drama and become its calm observer. But what if emotions and thoughts are so strong they overwhelm you? Here, the third key comes to our aid: your breath is your anchor. Breath is the bridge between body and mind. Have you noticed that when you're anxious, your breathing becomes shallow and rapid? The body goes into fight or flight mode. But we can consciously influence this. Deep, mindful breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for calm and recovery. Try a simple yet incredibly effective technique called box breathing, used even by soldiers and athletes to stay clear-headed in stressful situations. Inhale for a count of 4. Hold your breath for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 4. Hold your breath again for a count of 4. Repeat for several cycles. This exercise instantly calms the mind and stabilizes your emotional state. And the best part is, your anchor is always with you. In a traffic jam, in line, before an important meeting, you always have a couple of minutes to just breathe. The fourth principle leading to freedom is the art of letting go. We suffer not so much from events themselves, but from our death grip on our expectations, our self-image, our need for control. We believe that if we control everything, we'll avoid pain. But life always makes its own adjustments. Imagine holding a handful of sand in your fist. The tighter you squeeze, the faster the sand slips through your fingers. But if you open your palm, it rests calmly on it. So it is with life. Letting go is an act of trust. Trust in yourself and in the flow of life. Start with a simple question: what am I desperately holding on to right now? Maybe it's the belief that you have to please everyone. Or the fear of losing stability. An honest answer is already the beginning of liberation. Letting go doesn't mean losing. It means making space for something new. The fifth key to inner harmony is self-compassion. In our achievement-oriented culture, we're used to being our own harshest critics. We scold ourselves for mistakes, for laziness, for wrong emotions. But imagine your inner critic is a real person. Would you be friends with someone who constantly puts you down? Self-compassion isn't self-pity or indulgence. It's the ability to be your own kind friend, especially when things are tough. When you feel anxious or sad, try putting your hand on your heart, feel its warmth, and say to yourself, "I'm here. I see your pain. And I'm with you." This simple practice changes everything. You're no longer alone with your pain. You become your own support. Amazingly, it's from this state of acceptance and kindness that true strength and motivation to act are born, not from fear, but from love. And finally, the sixth principle that can transform your perception of the world is gratitude. You can't feel anxiety and gratitude at the same time. These two states are mutually exclusive. Anxiety lives in the future, in thoughts of what if. Gratitude brings you back to the present, to the feeling of I already have. It shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's already in your life. Start a gratitude practice. Every morning, before you get out of bed, name 3 simple things you're grateful for. The warmth of your blanket. The ability to breathe. The sunlight outside your window. This isn't self-deception. It's training your mind to notice the good. And the more you practice, the more reasons for gratitude you begin to see. Gratitude is the most powerful antidote to fear and despair. So, we've looked at 6 keys to inner peace. True peace isn't a destination where there are no problems. It's your ability to stay centered in the storm and feel solid ground under your feet. It's a skill you can train every day. You don't need to wait for perfect conditions. Your path to freedom begins right now, with one conscious breath. Ask yourself, what is one small step from what you heard today that you're ready to take? Maybe it's 3 minutes of silence in the morning. Or maybe you'll decide to be grateful for something simple before bed. Write about your decision in the comments. When you voice your intention, you give it power. Thank you for spending this time with us. If you're ready to continue this journey towards a calmer and more conscious life, subscribe to our channel. Because the greatest journey is the journey to yourself. And you're already on it.